Hey there, friends and family. Welcome to my fitness journey. I'm starting this YouTube channel so that I can bring all of y'all along with me on this new journey of my life. A lot of you have noticed that I have made big changes. My Instagram is different, my Facebook is different, and I'm really trying to make a big change, a lifelong change. And I figured what better way to let y'all in than to start a YouTube channel. Okay, real talk, y'all. I am not a doctor. I'm not a healthcare professional. The things I talk about on my channel are my health journey. If you want to go on a health journey of your own, please talk to a doctor and health professionals. They are the people who are going to be able to help you do it safely and efficiently and do the best thing that's right for you, just like I'm doing the best thing that's right for me. To truly understand where I'm going in my health and fitness journey, you have to understand where I've been. So we're going to go backwards a little bit to about the year of 2017. 2017, I was 30 years old. I was about the heaviest I've ever been, which is 320 pounds. And I was just living life. It was fine. But around Thanksgiving, about a week before Thanksgiving actually, I had some speech issues, went to the emergency room, spent a few days at the hospital, and came out with a diagnosis of multiple sclerosis. And my life completely changed. Everything that I thought about my health was different. I all of a sudden wasn't healthy. I couldn't live that lie of, well, nothing seems to be that wrong, everything is okay. I now knew it wasn't okay. So things changed. I made a commitment to my mom to go gluten-free for a month because she had read that going gluten-free helps people with MS. I don't know if that's true. Maybe for some people with MS, yes, it is a big help. Being gluten-free was really helpful for my mother, who dealt with a lot of pain from a different autoimmune disease. And so I went, whatever, life is changing, let's do it. So I went gluten-free at that point and decided to just try to be a little bit healthier. I also decided to start a disease-modifying drug called Ocrevus that gets infused every 6 months. And then I went back to life. I lost about 20 pounds in the first month of being diagnosed with multiple sclerosis. Yes, I was gluten-free at that point. No, I do not think I lost the weight because of being gluten-free. I lost the weight because I was extremely stressed. Being diagnosed with a chronic illness is scary and is stressful, and you're making huge decisions for the rest of your life. I was not healthy at that point. I was not happy. And yes, I lost weight. Was it a good way to lose weight? Absolutely not. I leveled out at about 308 pounds, and I've been that weight for about the last 3 years while dealing with my life of having MS, but just dealing with life. I have MS. It is not something that defines me. I am not only an MS patient. I'm still just Leah. But what made a huge change in my life was me starting to have leg problems. And that was about a year and a half ago. I started having leg problems. My MS doctor tried to give me a drug that I hated. The drug changed my mental outlook on things. I was cranky, I was upset, and I lasted about 3 weeks to a month on that drug before I couldn't take it anymore. It wasn't helping with the pain, it was just messing with my brain. That rhymed. Anyway, I decided I was just going to deal with the pain. And the pain would come and go. It was manageable. I survived it, and I continued on. But then 2020 came along, and 2020 has not been easy for any of us, right? But the pandemic was especially difficult for me and my legs and the stress. I started having leg pain in about May, before the pandemic truly, well, not before, after the pandemic. I was having the leg pain before the pandemic, but it wasn't the worst. In May, it became the worst. I woke up one morning and I couldn't bend my right leg past about 85 degrees. I started worrying about if I got on the floor, how I would get up. I was in so much pain standing up, even just from my couch, standing up from the toilet. Basic life things that shouldn't have pain really involved with them. I was constantly worried about the pain. I was constantly in pain. And I finally decided that I was going to talk to my neurologist about it. And that was the beginning of June. And he offered me two options. One option was that drug that I was on, and I was like, ooh, absolutely not. And the other option was physical therapy. I had never done physical therapy before, and I was like, you know what? I'm done with this pain. Something has to change, because this pain is not okay, and I'm willing to do anything not to have it anymore. So I started physical therapy late June, and I guess it was the starting of me working out. Was I working out like like what you picture people working out as? No. I was doing 10, maybe 20 squats a day, 10, maybe 20 lunges a day. That's what I could do. That was where my physical ability was at. I couldn't go on walks anymore, which I had loved doing at the beginning of the pandemic. It was a way to get outside, a way to see some people, albeit at like a 3-block distance. But I wasn't able to do that because walking even a block was incredibly painful. My legs would seize up. It wasn't fun. But doing these squats and these lunges for physical therapy was starting to give me little glimmers of hope. So I decided I was going to commit, and decided also to see a chiropractor to see if my back was giving any sort of issues with my legs, because let's be honest, our body is completely connected. My chiropractor gave me his book. His book is about chronic inflammation, and his book also suggested limiting your added sugars. And honestly, I was at a point that anything I could do to not live in pain, I was willing to do. And having already been gluten-free and given up an entire food group already, added sugars didn't seem that difficult. So I gave up added sugars. And it actually went pretty okay. It wasn't too bad. And I was feeling pretty good. About a month into physical therapy, I could bend my leg again. And I was starting to contemplate, maybe I can go on walks. And so I put on my knee braces and I went on a walk. It was short, but it was a few steps forward. And every week, every day even, I was discovering new things, new strengths that I was getting. But then I realized I'm getting stronger. there's going to be a day I'm not going to have my physical therapist anymore. And what am I going to do? What else do I have to do in order to keep these positive things in my life, in order to keep this pain away? And I decided it was time to get a personal trainer. I will do an entire video about choosing a personal trainer and the wonderful things of having a personal trainer. We can go on that journey in another video because it's a whole different journey. But I'm now 2 months into having a personal trainer. I'm still going to physical therapy, but I can see in a finish line with the physical therapist because I'm walking about 3 miles a day comfortably. I am able to do squats like I haven't been able to do them before. I can get on and off the floor. I can do so much more than I used to, and it's great. It's everything I had hoped for. My goals with my personal trainer and for life are to be a stronger, healthier me. I have nothing in my goals about weight loss. Weight loss is something that is just going to come with being a healthier, stronger me. I know that having less weight on my knees is going to help with the pain, but I'm not going to fixate on it. To this point, since the beginning of the pandemic and a lot of the health changes I've made, I've lost about 25 pounds. It's a cool thing. It's fun to see your body shift and change and be stronger. But for me, the best thing that has been is the feeling of accomplishment, and that every day I'm waking up with new strengths and new abilities. I can clean my apartment and not have pain for the next week because I cleaned. I can go on walks. I'm able to do my job better. I'm happier. All of these wonderful, wonderful things. So, in my future videos, I will absolutely put some before and after photos. I personally don't see much of a change, but I live with me. I see myself every single day. Other people have seen the change, but I really do think the change has come here, and I think the change is permanent. It's not like other times I've lost weight. I'm changing for good. I'm living this life. This is new. This is permanent. So that's the end of my TED Talk for the day. If you guys want to hear about anything else further within that story, if you want to hear about my MS, if you want to hear about being gluten-free, the struggles of either being gluten-free or just less sugar in general, I will happily talk about those things. I want to reiterate, these are things that I did that were helpful for me and have been helpful for other MS patients, other people, but please talk to doctors about doing any of these big changes. These are things that are right for me and that I have found I can find accessible. If it's something you don't realistically think you can hold on to and keep for the rest of your life, it might not be right for you. Please reach out to me. Let me know what you think. Let me know what you want to hear more about. And I will hopefully get to see all of you on the other side of this dang pandemic.